What is up? Oh my god. Sasha, please. I'm trying to record. I love you, but please. Anyways, hi. It is time for the video I've been wanting to do for so long. Also, like my nails, I don't know if you can tell. They're blue. You can kind of tell. Um, yeah. Um, also, oh my gosh, sorry, I started off this video so crazily. Ignore this. My computer is charging as I'm recording, so I don't kill my battery because I truly don't know how long I'm going to talk for this video because I'm just so excited. And we got the other shirt I talked about last week. Hold on, let me show you my CM Punk shirt. I don't know if y'all can see. Hold on. Let me. Okay. I don't know if y'all can see. Let me just do it like this. Yeah, you can see. This was from Hot Topic. This was the other shirt from Hot Topic I got. Again, not sponsored. But this was the other shirt I talked about last week that I was so excited that I found. Um, and this kind of ties into the video because we're on my WWE video. Oh my god. Funnily enough, I just watched a couple videos before I was sitting down to record this. Um, so let me take a deep breath and let's talk about it. Okay. So, WWE, something I watched in my childhood, took a break from, and then started watching again recently, right? Um, it was something my dad and mom watched a lot, and it was always on by the time I had to go to bed as a kid. So I don't think I ever fully watched it unless it was recorded or something. Now this is back when they were all on TV, right? Not like this was before. I'm an '04 baby, so this was back when I was I don't know how young I was when they were watching it, but my memory was from about 7 to 11. So that would have been, hold on, I'm gonna do the math. 2015 would be 11. 7. Stop, y'all. I'm not good at math. Hold on. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. 2010. Wow. It took me that long to realize 2010. Right? No, 2011. 2011. 2011? Y'all, I'm about to have a crisis over my age. It would have been 2011. Sorry. Wow. I was not born in '03. I was born in '04. So 2011. It's about, um, I was 11 in 2015. So, yeah. So, around the time I was watching it, right? Obviously, some of them are still on there. You had the Bella twins, you had Paige, you had Natalia, right? Natalia? I think that's how her name is said. You had Eva Marie, you had AJ Lee. I'm gonna get back to that one. I'm gonna get back to that one. Don't y'all worry. Don't y'all worry. You had John Cena, CM Punk for a time before he left. Um, oh, was Undertaker still wrestling around that time? He might have been. He might have been. I'm not about to pull it up. I need to turn off my notifications on this computer though. There we go. Um, the Usos, of course, the Usos. New Day. I forget when the New Day was. Maybe the New Day was a little later. I don't know. Um, Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, Dean Ambrose, Daniel Bryan, all those, right? So that was around the time I was watching it. I'm pretty sure they were watching it. My dad had watched it way before I believe I was even born. My dad has actually seen a live show, and like I said last week, they are coming. Ooh, they are coming close to where I live, like 30 minutes away in a couple months. I want to go so bad. I don't think y'all realize. how bad I want to go. Me and my friend were talking. So I'm a lesbian. My friend's bisexual, and we were talking about Rhea Ripley. And she was like, "If you go, you better send me pictures of Rhea Ripley." I said, "I'd be taking pictures of Rhea Ripley just for myself too." I love her. I knew who she was, right? Because I've heard her name. She's very popular. I've just never, until the past, I want to say year, because my dad started watching it, and I mean, he would watch it, but he wouldn't like watch it. It'd be like the YouTube like recaps and all that. And I could hear it, and I'd like look over every now and again, see what he was watching. But I think what really solidified it more recently was with the return of AJ Lee. Because AJ Lee was like one of my favorite wrestlers as a kid. Like we had, I don't know if it was 2K14 or something. We had one of those 2K WWE games. Oh, I played as AJ Lee all the time. I didn't understand, excuse me. I didn't understand the controls really, but I loved playing as AJ Lee. Which is funny when I look back. You know how like people are like, "Oh, my gay awakening as a child was so and so." Mine was AJ Lee. Also the Bellas. That's a whole different story. But no, it's so funny to me. I'm gonna go off on this tangent and then I'm gonna wrap back around to it. Right. Um, AJ Lee, right? Her character is like crazy, unhinged, bipolar, kind of all over the place, right? Um, The last time she wrestled was before I turned 11, and she came back just in September 5th, and I am now 21, so this is 10 years later, right? It's just so crazy to see because I'm just like, wow, like, wow. Because as a kid, most of this shit was like going over my head. Like, I didn't understand what was being said, what was happening. I don't think as a kid I realized that most of this shit is planned. Like it's planned, it's scripted, it's all that. Like, 7-year-old Seffi does not understand that. But now 21-year-old Seffi does. But again, last thing I say before I like come back to it later. It's funny now as a bipolar woman, um, to see AJ Lee, like some of her old content that they're posting or have posted, or like stuff now, like you could, I feel it like kind of resonates with me because I like get it. I get it. Thankfully, I'm medicated, but um, I get it. It's just so interesting to see. But yes, okay, let me put a pin in it, and we're gonna come back to it. But let's go back. So yeah, around the time I was watching, I was a kid still. I didn't even hit teenage years by the time we stopped watching. By the time we stopped watching, I want to say it was like 2016, maybe 2015, between 2015 and 2017. My dad, like, I would watch it because it was on TV, but I also like really liked it. But my dad stopped watching it, so it was never like put on. We never like watched, we never like paid attention to it really. Um, it was just something that like I think my dad said it was because like the storylines weren't as good, at least in his opinion. Um, it wasn't the same as what he was used to. And obviously like throughout the years like I'm trying to like catch up on all the stuff I missed. Like I just watched like a 4 to 5 hour video from WWE explaining the bloodline, which if you don't know what the bloodline is, it's um The Rock's in there, Roman Reigns, the Usos, Naomi's technically in there too. Um but yeah, that's like the bloodline. It's the whole the I'm so overly excited, so my brain's working a lot faster than normal. But it's a lot like it's the family. Like they're all family outside of this. Like they're cousins, they're uncles, they're related in some way, right? Um, so that was an interesting video. I also rewatched after AJ Lee came back. I watched the history of AJ Lee and CM Punk, which I found interesting. It's so funny. It's not funny. Is it funny? I don't know. It's just interesting to see how they used to act. And then I like watched, oh gosh, I forget the YouTuber, but they did like a short and condensed like 20-minute, 30-minute video, if that, about like AJ Lee's history in the WWE before she retired in 20, I believe it was 2015. Like early 2015. And it was like explaining like, oh, her like a little bit of her past, like that's known obviously. Like her in NXT, which NXT at that time I remember was like uh challenges, like mini, I call them like mini games. That's what it reminded me of. But they were like challenges. It wasn't like, I don't know if there was really wrestling in it, but it was more like games, challenges than actual wrestling. And yeah, and then you had like her history when she first started and like when she changed into like the crop top, the shorts, the what are those shoes? They're like Converse, but I think they're not. Chuck Taylors, I think she said. Anyways, um and like the little clips of her and CM Punk getting married, like a little clip that was there. Um and then obviously with her coming back, it was funny. Me and my dad were like talking like September 4th. I had to go to an urgent care for something unrelated. Um, and, you know, I had to go pick up my dad from work. We have one car, and there's three of us, right? At least in this house currently. And so we went to go pick up my dad, and there's Bluetooth. So I would connect my phone to the car because it was like a 30-minute-ish drive to my dad's work from my house. Oh, excuse me. More like 20 minutes, but traffic, depending on the time of day he got off. But we're in the car and one of my main playlists that I play is like 22 hours. And there's a mix of all types of music, right? But we're driving. My dad doesn't disconnect my phone and put his phone on, which sometimes he does. Um, And I skip a couple songs. I was like, yeah, I kind of don't want my family to hear these songs right now. Right? I'm 21. I can listen to what I want, but sometimes I'm just like, no. But AJ Lee's theme song, which she uses again now, but when she was like, I forget how many. I think they said it was like her third or fourth. They go through so many. But it was the one right as she was leaving. The Let's Light It Up is what it's called. It started playing on the car radio, and me and my dad started talking. My grandma's in the back seat, and she's just she's ignoring us. She's just living her best life as we're driving home. And me and my dad are talking, and I was like, "Yeah, I actually saw something earlier this week because we didn't realize SmackDown was going to be in Chicago the next day, which it made sense because CM Punk's from Chicago, and I believe they both live there, but I could be wrong." Anyways, that's not my business. All I know is that's where he's from, right? And me and my dad are talking, and he's like, um, or I said, yeah, I'd seen something that somebody was saying like Friday she was gonna come back. Like, I don't know why Friday. Friday's SmackDown. My dad's like, yeah, CM Punk's on Raw, which I know they kind of go back and forth sometimes, depending on like storylines, all that they can kind of go back and forth. Um, And we're talking, and my dad goes, yeah, well, I wouldn't be too shocked if she does come back because, and he was saying, it'd be Monday, not Friday, because of CM Punk being on Raw. And, my dad goes, yeah, Triple H has been having that storyline being built up where it seems between, CM Punk and Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch, who are also married, and have a kid. I've seen little clips of their kid. She's adorable. She has an interesting name too. Anyways, I love the name. It's interesting. Um, but anyways, um, we're talking and it's just like, yeah, yeah, my dad goes, yeah, like Triple H is kind of building it up. Like it would make sense. They're kind of building up to it. I'd be shocked if she wasn't. Um, you know, I kept my eye out. I was like, okay, let me keep an eye out. Let me see where this goes. Let me see if she actually comes back. Because, like I said, AJ Lee has always been one of my favorite wrestlers. I love her so much. I feel like I resonate a lot. Not with just the crazy aspect, the like bipolar kind of thing, but like watching some of her interviews, I kind of get it. Like I can resonate a lot with her, even though she's like she could be my mom. I mean, she's younger than my mom, so anyways, just by a few years. But um, so yeah, me and my dad were talking, and like this was the day before, so I'm keeping my eye out. I subscribe to WWE on YouTube just to keep my eyes out. I followed WWE on Instagram. Like I was prepared. And then September 5th, SmackDown happens. First of all, what is with the fuck ass outfits that Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch do? Okay. Good for them, but let me see if I can pull up a picture of their outfits. I get it, but I don't. She they be wearing some crazy outfits. Let me just tell you. Hold on, I am trying to see if I can. Oh, nope. Uh, I'm not noping. My last two recents, I'm gonna butcher her name and I feel so bad. Stephanie Vacure? I apologize. And Rhea Ripley. That's a whole other thing. Uh, AJ Lee. Oh, wait, that's not her. Hold on. Okay, sorry. I completely forgot her um user is completely different. Yeah, look at this. Hold on. Come on, come on, come on. Come on. It's a clip, so you're gonna have to work with me here. There's Seth. AJ's on top. I just need Becky's outfit, please. Oh, come on. Come on. Yeah, this orange. I can't say much. I kind of like that one because I'm an orange fan. But like, real question. These outfits that they're doing are just kind of crazy. I love AJ Lee and CM Punk's outfits. Like, I love how he's being like, um, but someone tell Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins, y'all need to have better discussions on what to wear. That's just my opinion. That's just my opinion. But yes. Oh my gosh, and like, oh gosh, I remember when like Becky Lynch, Charlotte Flair, Bailey, Sasha Banks. Oh my god, Sasha. I like just recently realized she was in AEW. A lot of them are in AEW. I don't know I know what AEW is, but I don't, right? I know it's all like all elite wrestling, but I don't understand. It's like TNA. I think there's a couple more. I just don't get. Also, is it Logan Paul? Logan Paul on WWE is crazy to me because I am a child of the internet for the most part, right? I didn't get my first tablet until I was like 8, if that, maybe 10. And I might have been like, I was sharing one with my sister when we were 10, or when I was 10, she was younger. Like when we individually got, right? I am a child of the internet for the most part. I didn't have my first phone until I was 16. I had a laptop before I had a phone. I had a tablet before I had a laptop and a phone. Um, oh, excuse me. Um, but like when I hear Logan Paul, I think of that YouTuber who was in the forest, the what was it called? Suicide Forest. I don't like how I'm quoting that, but like everybody called it Suicide Forest. Him and his brother, I don't like them. Sue me, I don't like them. They both suck. And the fact that oh, sorry, there's something flying. The fact that Logan Paul is in WWE is kind of crazy to me. My family knows anytime I mention Logan Paul because that's all I talk about is how much I don't like him and how much of a like terrible person. I don't know if he still is, but he used to be. I don't know if terrible's the right word. He wasn't a great person. There's a lot of like new wrestlers too. Rhea Ripley was new by the time I got into it. Io Sky. Oh, Io Sky. Her and Rhea Ripley right now, Rio. Dare I say lesbian? Sorry, I know. Let me stop. Anyways, I don't know. I think I might have tapped on this earlier, but I don't know if I actually fully said it, so I'm gonna say it again, and I don't have the patience to like actually figure it out. I had never heard Rhea Ripley speak until recently. So like I knew of her, never heard her speak. I knew she was Australian. And now, don't get me wrong, I know Aussie accents, right? I watch Stray Kids, who have two Aussie members. Like, I'm a fan of Stray Kids. I know Aussies. I also watch Bondi Beach sometimes. I don't know if they still run the show, but it's a beach in Australia called Bondi, and Bondi Beach is literally lifeguards at the beach, and it's a show about that. But I wasn't expecting, I was expecting the accent, right? I don't think I was expecting for how, like, not deep, it's like a lower pitch voice. Like, I sound pretty high pitched now, and that's because I'm not making myself sound more high pitch, but I naturally have kind of a lower tone, not like, like drastically, right? But I'm not like some of my friends who have a higher pitch voice. I'm more like in the middle to lower. I don't know why, I don't know how. It's just always been like that. Um, but yeah, like I was not expecting the first time I heard her talk, I was like, "Oh." My dad goes, "What? You weren't expecting that?" I said, "No, I was expecting the Aussie accent. I don't think I was expecting it to be that strong. I think that's the only part of the accent I wasn't expecting was how strong it was, but I just shocked about like the tone of her voice." Um, I need to watch a video. I hope there's a video about the Judgment Day lore because I completely missed that. Like, I missed that by like a year or so. Like, I know there's still a thing, right? Because you got like Liv Morgan, um, um, Dominic Mysterio, which is crazy because I remember watching his dad wrestle. I think his dad does still wrestle, but like, also, if I'm not wrong, Dominic Mysterio is just a couple I don't want to say a couple years older than me. He might just be a couple years older than me. We're gonna fact check this. Dominic. I hate this film. I have a job interview coming up. So hopefully I can get a new phone soon. Dominic Mysterio. Okay. Okay. He's like not as young as I thought. Who was the youngest? Who was the one that was young that I was shocked by? Okay, he's not that much. I can't say anything because ignore my knees. Oh my gosh, my knees. Um, he's 1997. My aunt is 1998, and she's 6 years older than me. So it's not that big of an age difference. Who was the one that I was like, oh my god, they're kind of young? Oh, was it Roxanne Perez? She's also in Judgment Day currently. Yeah, she's 01, right. There we go. There's someone who's 01. Why did I think it was Dominic Mysterio? Anyways, she's around my age. And she's just like 3 years older than me. Not even, she's 2.5. Because she's in November of 01 and I'm May of 4. And that's like 6 months. Because I know once November hits, I'm halfway to being my next age. Ooh, that's coming up. What else we got? Oh my. Can we talk? Oh, yo, Sky's like, sorry. Her birthday and my birthday are very close. Not year wise. Oh my god, not year wise, but like day wise. She's so pretty. They were just in like Australia for Crown Jewel. And then they were doing like house shows, I believe, in Australia and in Japan. AJ Styles was also somebody. Sorry, I'm like going off here, there, and everywhere. AJ Styles is retiring next year. John Cena is retiring at the end of this year. Actually, he's retiring before they come near my house, which is sad. I would have loved to have seen him live, but he's retiring before. Anyways, sorry, my friends are blowing up my phone. Let me not. Anyways, but yes, um, like I can't. Okay, right. I say I wasn't really into WWE. There were between those like 10 years I stopped watching it. I mean, there were clips that I would see and I'd sit there and watch. Like when Becky Lynch announced her pregnancy, and now Naomi's out with a pregnancy. Alexa Bliss has a kid. I knew the Bella twins had kids, right? Because Brie was having her kids while I was still kind of in watching. My mom watched Total Divas and Total Bellas. And I watched, oh, the theme song for Total Divas is on most of my playlists. I love them. I love it. It's a good song. Um, but yes. And then Nikki Bella has a kid. I was in it. A lot of them have kids, which is like, it shouldn't be shocking because yes, most of them are now in their like 30s or 40s. Like the ones that I was watching, they're in their like 30s and 40s now. But like the newer ones and all that. Alexa Bliss, can I just another woman I really love. But yes, I'm pausing so I can think about what I want to talk about next. Oh yeah. So I was watching YouTube. It's on the TV over here. There's a TV. But I have it paused so there's no background noise so I don't get copyright strike. That would not be cool, considering this is only my fourth video. Anyways, so I was watching AJ Lee's return. I'm gonna come back to it now. I've been like said I was gonna put a pin in it and I keep talking about it, but we're gonna actually dive into it, right? Um AJ Lee's return was literally my favorite thing ever. Because you have this thing between CM Punk, Seth Rollins, and Becky Lynch, like, right? Becky Lynch slapping CM Punk, and he's like, I would never hit a woman, but I got somebody who will. And AJ Lee comes out. Um, love that for her. And I love how I believe it was some of her family. I mean, obviously it's their family, right? Because in laws and all that, but like Her family, his family, they were all there. Not all of them, but there were some of them there. I love the part where CM Punk's in the ring with Becky Lynch, and he's like, "You think I don't have people? Like, I could snap my fingers and one of my sisters would jump over." And Becky looks over and goes, "Which one of you?" And his sister just goes, "Me." And I love that for her. Girl, that's what I aspire to be like. I'd be like, "Oh, be." It's funny because I wanted to be a wrestler, and then I broke my leg when I was a kid. I was doing kung fu at the time, actually. Around the time I broke my leg, and then I couldn't get back into it. I still deal with a lot of the consequences from breaking my leg as a kid. That's another story. That's going to be like March of next year. I'm going to dive into that. Because it's an anniversary of it. I think I mentioned that before, but that's like, I bring it up, but I'm not going to like fully talk about it until that time because I want to do it because it's such a big anniversary of when it happened. Anyways, I wanted to be a wrestler. Oh my god, I wanted to be in the WWE. So I was like, oh my gosh. It was just something I would watch on TV and I was like, yeah, I want to do that. I really want to do that. And then I broke my leg as a kid. And there's not enough. I have the risk of re-breaking my leg. Just not something I could ever do, which sucks because I would have loved to. Anyways, let's get back to AJ Lee before I go on and the whole thing. Anyways, but yeah, it's like I won't. I'm. Everyone here knows that I won't hit a woman, but I got somebody when AJ Lee comes out. Um, dude, I think I like cried because I was like, damn. Um, but yeah, she came out, and then that Monday, the therapy chant. She was in the ring. She had is it the Intercontinental? No. Oh, I'm gonna more fact checking. Let me know. And WWE. I like learned the WWE their website. If you look under, ooh, anyways, if you go to their superstars, like you go to their website and you go to superstars, it'll tell you like who's got what title in WWE and NXT, their wrestlers. Where is it? Yeah, she's the women's intercontinental. Nope, I said it right the first time. Intercontinental. Nope, it's not gonna happen. The men's one is the world heavyweight champions vacant, which my boy CM Punk, they that man better have the title, better win that title and have it more than 5 minutes. Anyways, no, I can't go to War Games, Survivor Series. I can't. I don't get the money. That's not close enough. Anyways, the women's intercontinental, oh, it's not working. Championship around her waist. She's out there. Her skipping. Oh, the skipping out to the ring. Her skipping has to be one of my favorite parts. Also, she lives in Jersey, and I don't live too far from Jersey. I don't live in Jersey, I should say. I'm in a state near Jersey, right? Anyways, oh my gosh, I'm like, my stomach is not happy. Anyways, nausea, am I right? I love having stomach issues. Anyways, my hair is getting in my way. It is getting caught in my earrings. I took out the bottom ones because those were like really irritating. And then there was a scab there this morning. Anyways, am I gonna sneeze? Yeah, I'm keeping that in. I'm not editing. Maybe one day I'll finally get the courage to edit my videos, but I'm scared I'd ruin them if I edit them, so I just keep them as they are. Anyway, she's wearing the championship belt. I was surprised they let her keep that. Me and my dad were actually talking about that. We're like, we're shocked they kind of let her keep it, but then it makes sense for the story, right? Because they wanted to have the match at WrestlePalooza, and every time I hear WrestlePalooza, I think of Lollapalooza. I don't know how many times I was talking to my family or talking to somebody about WrestlePalooza, and I called it Lollapalooza, and I was like, pause. That is not what it's called. Um, anyways, but her in the ring, talking about how she's, she had a therapy chant going, therapy, therapy. Real therapy is amazing. I do it once a week. Anyways, mental health, woo! That's a whole other story for a whole different video. Anyways, um, so yeah, and then you had what? Becky Lynch come out in that god awful red outfit. I'm so sorry. Whoever told her that was okay to wear is kind of crazy. I'm sure she probably picked that herself, maybe. But someone tell them they don't gotta be matching all the time. Somebody tell her those big ass glasses are terrible. Like, I get it because she was hiding a black eye because, oh, it was a whole thing. Anyways, and then what? I'm trying to think what else. I thought it was like, oh my gosh, it is Seth Rollins coming to try to grab the championship belt from AJ, and AJ just keeps hopping. I think it was a callback to something else. I think I could see um that was like something Becky did to CM Punk or something like that. So AJ was doing it. I don't know. It was funny because she's just like, Seth would try to go forward and she'd hop in front, and he'd try to go to the side and she'd hop over. And I'm like, that's so real. I'm not. I am that level of petty. I will be doing that. I have done it. Not with a championship belt, but I have done that. Um, but yeah, it's fun. And then you listen here, and she's just like, yes. And CM Punk comes out and she steps back. Also, can I just say I love CM Punk wearing AJ's merch, like the style and everything. I love that for him. During WrestlePalooza, the AJ's husband jacket, which I found out Bailey was wearing too at one point. I love them. It's funny because Bailey, I don't know if it was the same night or what, but Bailey was wearing the Love Bites Back, I believe is what it's called. Like this the skeleton spider heart thing. And I'm sitting here and me and my dad were talking about it. We were like, Bailey's kind of turning it into AJ here with the kind of bipolar, like the back and forth, kind of like 1 second she's like this, 1 second she's like that, like that kind of thing. Like we were talking about that. And, it's funny because AJ Lee, like, I think it was her last match or something, like one of the last times we saw her before she retired, she wore the I'm a Hugger shirt, which at the time was Bailey's brand because she was the hugger, I remember Hugger Bailey. Imagine my shock when I come back after like 10 years and Bailey's like got this dark purple hair, which I love on her. But like she's completely different to how I remember her, and I was like, huh, good for her. Grow out of what you once were. That doesn't make sense. Anyways, and then you had um I think there was a blank, and then there was the next Raw date, I believe. I believe it was the next time. The one before WrestlePalooza, where they're there doing the contract signing. Um, sorry, I have to laugh at this because um, AJ is going off. Oh, I have been known to make a rash decision, and CM Punk's there, like, yeah. She said something else, and he's get, and then she goes, "I'm a Puerto Rico from." I'm Puerto Rican. How'd she say it? I'm Puerto Rican. I'm a Puerto Rican from Jersey. I think it was. I'm Puerto Rican from Jersey. Sometimes I shake a check. I wish we would have said bitch, but I get TV because it's on live TV and I get that whatever censorship. Fight me. Um, Sometimes I shake a chicken. I love Seth Rollins' face where he just goes, I'm like, me too. Um, and then I just rewatched the highlights of WrestlePalooza with them, which oh my god, I love her so much because she just be. Can we talk about how Seth Rollins at one point is skipping around AJ in a circle? Now that's just crazy. I love it, but at the same time, that's just crazy. I the first time I watched it, I had to go, oh my god. I literally was like, oh, here we go. Um, but I love her using the Black Widow submission move to win. And they're like, this is how AJ won all of her championships. And I'm like, damn right! You get her! I think she had Seth Rollins in that at one point too. Also, can we talk about Seth Rollins standing there and having Becky up like this? He just throws her. I'm like, who? The fact that they planned that is crazy. I can't imagine. I was just thinking to myself before I started recording this, I was like, I gotta know who came up with that idea. I just need to figure out who thought that was a great idea. It's funny as fuck. But it's just like, who came up with that idea and who said, like, was it Becky who came up with that idea or was it Seth who came up with that idea? And then the other one was like, yeah, sure. Like, I can't imagine sitting there. So, what if if it was Seth, so what if I just lift you up, hold you up in the air, and then throw you down to try to get CM Punk, and then CM Punk rolls out and you get hurt? Like, hurt. It might have actually hurt. I think it would hurt from that height. Um, like, I can't imagine. And then the after show, after WrestlePalooza with AJ and CM Punk, and oh my gosh, Big E being there and AJ being there, and they're like, oh my god, because they had a storyline together at one point with, I believe, Dolph Ziggler. He was also a wrestler when I first watched. Oh my god. Anyways, um, but yeah, I should probably wrap it up because I'm going on 43 minutes. Oh my god. But yeah, no. Wrestling is my favorite thing to talk about. Maybe I'll continue to talk about it. Maybe I'll make it a little series. We'll see. But yeah, thank you for sitting here with me as I talked about wrestling for like 43 minutes. One of my favorite things. I'm hoping, let's all hope I can go to this show. I would love to go. Oh my gosh. Um, but yeah, thank you for watching. I appreciate you sitting here with me for this long. Um, I believe this is the longest video. But yeah, thank you for watching. I don't remember what I'm doing next week. I wasn't even sure if I was gonna film tonight. I just kind of was like, okay, guess I'm filming. Um, but yeah, we'll see what next week brings. We'll figure out what I want to talk about next week. So I will see you guys then. Thank you for watching and goodbye.